S.
M.
Soup! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SM Soup, the #1 podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain.
We love when you have to check your phone twice to confirm you're saying it the way you want.
I'm Spencer,
I'm Shelby.
and we are your hosts on this bubbly, very brothy,
Low-cal.
low-cal lentil soup, where the soup being the podcast, where
Yeah.
we, figure out how to make the soup
Yeah,
as you go.
I went
So
through.
how to make the podcast as you go. But the soup is also a metaphor for life.
Yeah.
And figuring that out as you go.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, a podcast is all about the friends you make along the way.
I
Shelby, go.
was thrifting yesterday and I saw a bowl and it was a soup bowl. And
I'm gonna call bowl.
on the outside, it had 3 rows of words, and each row just said the same word over and over again. So the first one, and they were all caps. So it sounded really aggressive in my head. So the first row was soup, soup, soup. Like I can picture like chanting.
Soup.
The middle one was just cracker, 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 cracker. And then the bottom one was chowder, 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 chowder. And I'm like, wait. You start with soup.
Soup, cracker, chowder. Soup, cracker, chowder. Soup, cracker, chowder.
It was weird. It was actually really bad. I think I literally went, that's stupid. And I put it down.
That is.
I audibly had to say how stupid it was to myself.
I like that I had a whole row of crackers.
I
know. So I don't know what you have for this week.
Okay, I don't know what you have.
You know, how you been? You know,
oh, I'm good.
Kind of give like a, I guess just like a, obviously if you have a story from the past week, you're more than welcome to use that for this week. But just general update. Like, did you do anything last week? Anything fun? What's the Shelby life been the past week?
Just making things. It's the holidays ish. We're getting there. We're a week away from Thanksgiving, less than, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But that means absolutely anyone who makes anything and hopes to sell it for holidays is actually losing their mind right now. So that's been my life, and I have a ton of markets and whatnot coming up, and I feel very not prepared for any of them. So that's been my life. How's your life been like lately?
I just been playing video games.
Nice.
It's kind of the main thing I do.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. I did have to go. We both on the same day had to leave the apartment.
Yeah, for the first time
with each other.
Yeah.
And it was pretty scary.
Was it?
Yeah. I definitely have a codependency. Where I if I'm leaving the threshold of the apartment, I need to be with you.
Really?
If we're in the apartment or if you leave the apartment,
you're fine.
That doesn't impact me.
Right.
But it's as soon as we're outside of the apartment, and it changes, you know, like it's not so set in stone. It's not like then when we're at home and we're in our like different spots to be with like family and stuff, I'm like dying because I don't have Shelby with me because like I have my family with me.
Right.
But I very much am like dependent on being with someone.
Yeah.
When I am not in the comfort of my home.
Yeah.
Like if I just had to go run errands, like if you know how we went to the post office and the bank.
Yeah.
If you would have been like, hey, can you just run this package to the post office and also go take that money to the bank? Yeah. Can you just go do that? I mean, I would have done it, and I was more than happy. I would have been more than happy to. But on the way to the post office and the bank, my stomach would be in knots.
Really?
I'd be so nervous about just everything.
Yeah, I get that.
But again, I would have no issue being like, Shelby, can't you just go do this? And then you'd be like, yeah. And then you'd leave and you'd go do it.
I was literally going to say, I feel like I've been forced into... Not saying you have forced me. Life circumstances.
No, I've definitely forced you. I'm like, go buy me groceries.
Life circumstances have forced me into having to do a lot of things, leaving the apartment by myself. And my main issue is just I I'm so used to just us both being here and like just being able to talk literally whenever. Like I know you are on meetings, but it's normally pretty like it's not like we both have like very strict like can't leave our computer. Like
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say is like,
I'm so used to just being able to like say what I'm thinking or say
mhm.
what I want to say right there and then that like when I'm out in public and I'm by myself, I'm like I just want to be talking right now. Like I don't have anything good to say, but I just want to be talking and I can't there's no one to like converse. So like I constantly call you when I'm out and about. I'm just like, I just want to talk even though I have like nothing to say. And I think that's the part.
Yeah, and
And you're the only person I know who like I know I can call you right now and I won't be like disrupting anything for
and
the most part.
it was so bad yesterday that you had nothing to talk about that you actually put me to sleep.
I know. You literally fell asleep on the phone. Like, no joke. It genuinely went silent. And I was like, hello? Silence. And I literally gave it probably like 2 minutes. And I was like, this is just making me uncomfortable how silent it is. So I hung up.
Oops.
It was funny though.
Oops. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there have definitely been times where, from just a convenience standpoint, so we both have jobs that we can do from anywhere, and we're both fairly unrestricted in terms of like we can both do other things
Yeah.
while we work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you're working, you're like you're doing a thing for the work, but like
It's pretty
you
flexible
can
when
like
I
be
can do it.
aware, but
Yeah.
like be sewing.
Yeah.
And then something will pop up and it's like
Yeah.
I can finish sewing my thing and then go work on said thing.
Right.
And my biggest issue is that I like can't leave the vicinity of my laptop.
Right.
So there have been plenty of times from like convenience standpoint.
Yeah.
It's you've had to, like you're like I need to go to Lowe's and get stuff for a project. It's like, well, I can't go with you.
Right.
I want to go thrift shopping. It's like I don't want to, or I can't go with you. But I am starting to push that a little bit with my new position where I can just throw up BRB and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because nothing is like
That important.
actually like
That
potentially
emergency.
happening
Yeah. Yeah.
that like can't just be dealt with 30 minutes after the fact.
Yeah.
Whereas my other one was so reactive that you had to hop on it right away.
Right.
So that's been nice. I'm starting to get a little more comfortable in my own skin, you know.
Yeah. I get that.
But yeah, you had a market Thursday. I had to work out in. I went to my first hockey game
How was it?
ever. It was
You
pretty
guys
fun.
won.
Yes, they did.
Were you even watching the game?
I saw 3 of the. I think there were 5 goals total. I think I saw 4 of the 5.
Gotcha.
Which I would say, if you're
That's
going to a
pretty
hockey
good.
game, that's important.
Yeah.
I saw all but 1. I can't remember though if there were 5 or if there was 4. The end of the game was either 3-1 Boston or 4-1 Boston.
Yeah.
Regardless, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in like the like kind of suite section, but we weren't in like an actual suite, so we didn't have walls around us, and it's like where standing room only is. But it was good. All my food and drink were paid for. I didn't have to worry about any of that, which
Love
was
those
good,
company perks.
good and bad.
Right.
Because then Spency drank a little too much, and was paying for it yesterday, and I feel like my voice is still paying for it a little
It's
bit.
a little hoarse, yeah. Well, while you were doing that, I was freezing my literal ass off all but 2 miles away from you.
I was in a hockey game. There's ice indoors.
I was standing in 35-degree weather for like 6 hours. I was so cold. So I chose to do an outdoor market because as most people know, the weather has been finicky. Shout out to climate change. The weather's been finicky and especially the north has been exceptionally warm for October, November until literally this week. Like this week it finally turned and became somewhat normal cold weather. And could it have been colder and worse? 100%. Like I know
no,
that.
this is average, I would say, for
But
like what it should be this time
okay,
of
but
year.
like a week ago it was like 70.
Yeah, you're right. No, what actually happened was we started dropping like normal.
Yeah.
And we were like hovering in like the 50s and stuff.
Which is normal.
And it's like you're doing the gradual step down.
Yeah.
And even that felt like a fucking shock to the system.
Yeah, because it's been so hot here.
And then you even got some nights where it was getting as cold as it is now, during the day. It was getting
Yeah.
that cold at night. So like
Yeah.
40s.
Yeah.
And then what happened was
We
last
had like
week
a week and a half of 70 degrees.
to like a week and a half. Yep. There were a couple of days. Most days were definitely above 50. A few of them were touching 70, and
Yeah.
and most were probably above like 60.
Yeah.
But the lows were still getting fairly low.
Yeah. But like late.
And then now you have, you're right. Like you literally went from 70s as the high to like say mid 50s as the high to 70s as the high to 42 as the high.
Yeah.
It was such a steep drop. So
yeah.
40 is cold, but 40 after 70 is colder than 40 after 50.
Oh, 100%. If it had just been 50 and then we had a day of 40, I'd be like, it's cold, but like, that's all right. I've already adjusted.
Just like 50's cold.
Yeah.
But 50 after 20 is warm.
Exactly. That first 50 degree day.
You're like,
I
could
March,
throw on shorts.
Yeah.
I should have thrown on shorts.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, it was freezing. None of us felt like prepped. We were all, and okay, yeah, so we opted to do an outdoor market because it had been so exceptionally warm. People were kind of like, oh, let's try to throw together one more outdoor event like before it gets too cold up here. And then doesn't it literally drop so cold?
Yeah.
It was easily probably like 35 most of the actual event.
Fuck that.
Freezing. It was really good, but it took so long for my body to feel like it was generating its own heat again. Like it took so long to feel like I wasn't just shivering constantly.
Did you have a glass of wine?
I had a glass of wine. It was very good, but I also in my head was like, why didn't I just bring my own bottle
of wine?
Yeah, because I would have paid.
Drank it all.
Yeah, but I would have paid like half. You know. I would have paid not what I paid for a glass of wine.
Sure. But
is my thought.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just like, why did I never think of that? Like, why did I never just think to bring my own?
You just bring it in like a little travel mug.
Yeah. Why didn't I do that?
Because that's what alcoholics do, Shelby.
Well, it was a long day, and I probably would have gotten a second glass if it wasn't as expensive as it was.
Or you also had to drive.
Well, I know, but
You're
I was saying
lightweight.
I was there for 6 hours.
You're lightweight.
And I got it during hour 1.
Right. But you're a lightweight.
I know, but like I had 6 hours to shiver it all out, you know?
That's true. So I don't know what you came with this week.
Okay.
And I have something that I think could just be the episode.
That's fine. Go
if
for
we
it.
want to do
Mine's
that.
not that cool. It was literally just related
So
to
I think
shopping.
pocket it.
So, sure.
Because it could be good for next week. So here's my thing. So what's this week?
It is.
What's this week?
Leading up to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like that's what's coming up this week.
Yeah.
Why was that so difficult?
I don't know. Because I feel like it's a trick question.
It's not.
Okay.
I mean, what else is this week?
Pokemon? I don't know.
No.
What's this week?
Like, yeah, it's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Yeah, I don't know
Small
why.
Business Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I was going to talk about shopping.
There was no trick there.
I was
simply asking about what's coming up, and you were like,
I don't know, because I just assumed there's a trick.
Monday.
It is Small Business Saturday this week, and of course the holidays are crazy. But if you're gonna shop small, baby.
Or at
Get
the
out
very
there and
least,
support local.
For every one purchase you make from Amazon,
Yeah,
50 purchases from a small business.
Yeah,
Hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
No, that's a good plug because if we end up talking about shopping and stuff after the fact,
Yes, it will have already passed.
Anyway.
It's okay. It's not that important.
Thanksgiving is what I was talking about. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Shelby, thoughts on Thanksgiving?
It's okay.
Right. Like, do we need it? No.
Don't really care about it.
But I thought what could be fun.
Do I like eating good food? Yeah.
We have a
What?
Thanksgiving foods tier list maker.
Yay!
All right. So the way this is listed as
People are gonna really hate my unpopular food opinions.
Yeah. So
okay.
they give us a list of foods that we're just gonna go with what they have.
Okay. I'm already offended over one thing.
What?
They didn't put white wine. They only put red wine. White wine would have exceeded the tier ranking.
Why? Because white is right, Shelby? All right. The tiers are elite, which means I will get seconds. Okay. And this is perfect. This is literally like what you and I were talking about with our movie thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is how you need to describe elite. Like, this is what makes elite elite.
Correct.
Is that you will get more of it.
Correct.
Like,
Can I tell a white wine story really quick?
I'm trying to quickly think. Like, white wine is so good.
It's elite.
You'll get more of it.
Yeah.
But you like corn.
Correct. Correct.
But not enough that you're gonna like you're saving that room for the other stuff. Anyway, go ahead.
At this event where I got the wine, they had 3 options. They had a white, a rosé, and a red.
Okay.
And they did have a mulled wine, but it wasn't ready by the time I was there, and I just wanted to get it and be able to sit down.
Mold?
Yeah, like a warm
mold, like
mold,
like
moldy.
MULLEDED. I'm saying mold. What are you saying?
Mold.
Are you saying mold or mold?
I guess I'm saying mold.
Mold?
But not mold.
Mold.
Yeah.
Mold.
Mold.
Mold. What are you saying? Mold or mold?
I walked up.
Or mo?
First off, there were like 3 people there, right? And the guy was like, "Are you here for beer or wine?" Which I was so offended. I was like, "Wine? What?" But anyway, I wasn't offended.
But as a woman, if he would have assumed you wanted wine, you should have also been offended.
Correct. Either way, it's offensive. And I'm looking, and I'm literally sitting here going, I'm staring at this list. There are 3 options, and they're literally just written out as the color of wine they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here really looking like as if I'm not going to pick white wine. And I'm looking, and the woman literally starts to give me the spiel about the wine, which immediately made me want to not hear it. And I was like, just give me white. And literally she was like, again, I don't know why I was thinking about it, because obviously I know what I'm going to pick. But it was someone trying to wine talk me that made me want to end the situation so quickly. Because I don't care.
Just make sure when you put this in your mouth,
you
want to swish it around, get all over your teeth.
She wasn't doing that, but she was just like talking about the process of the wine.
And you want to hold it in there until you get home and then spit it in your partner's mouth. Then they need to hold it. I'm not finished.
Anyway, so I was like, I'll take the white. And literally someone in the back goes, yes. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like one of the first customers. She goes, I was so worried people wouldn't drink white wine tonight because it's like lighter. And I'm guessing she's thinking like people are going to want something like heavier. It's really cold. Or they're just going to go for the heated mulled wine. And she was like, I was so afraid people wouldn't drink white.
Mold?
And I literally was like, the sentence that came out of me, I was like so close to sounding like a woo girl, I feel like. Like I was just like, I'll always drink white wine. And I immediately wanted to leave the premises.
You should have been like, I love white. White is far superior. People are like, oh, she has a manifesto.
Would have gotten really weird really quick. But yeah, the way it came out of me, I was like, God damn it. I haven't even had anything to drink yet.
So you had an embarrassing moment. I'm going to tell you about an embarrassing moment, a total aside to all this. But so while we were at the office, my manager brought up about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And he was like pushing the whole House of Dragon, the new show.
Yeah. Was he getting paid by HBO?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And the one person was like, I never watched Game of Thrones. And we were all like, it's really good. It's like some of the best television. Like, say what you will about the final season and everything, but that doesn't take away from the fact that like
it was a really
the
good
entire show is so well made. And she was like, yeah, but I'm just not like big into dragons. And I go,
what? First off, I'm offended.
I go, there's really not a lot of dragons in the show.
No, there's not. I wanted more.
And she was like, she's like, it feels like that's like the entire thing. I was like,
no,
there are. I was like
2 the whole time.
I was like, I'm trying to remember what I said. I said, there.
Wait, I'm also loving that that's the whole premise of not watching the show.
I was like, the amount of dragons that are in the show for someone who likes dragons, they're non-existent.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they aren't even there.
They literally
I said something
aren't.
along those lines.
Also, like,
and I
how
think
do you have that hard of an opinion about dragons?
I think everybody took it as, I love dragons. Which wasn't what I was saying. I was saying if you're someone who likes dragons, you'd be more disappointed than somebody who hates dragons.
Which, who hates dragons?
And it's not even necessarily that she hates them, but it might just be like, no, we get it.
I
like
hear
dragons
it. She
are a
hates
trope.
them. Yeah.
You know, whatever. So, but I said, that's exactly how I said it. I said, there are someone who likes dragons would be more upset by the
Yeah.
lack of dragons than you'd be upset by
Them being
the
in the show.
existence of
Yeah.
dragons. But apparently it was Spencer likes dragons. So then there was like
Now
some,
you're the dragon guy.
yeah, there's some comment to that, and then somebody else there says something about Pokemon, trying to like take a dig at me, like, "Oh, where are your Pokemon cards?" And and my manager goes, "He was just talking about Pokemon earlier."
Oh no, you're that guy.
And I was just like, "God damn it!"
You're like, I go in the office twice a year at most, and this is now me.
But here's the thing:
I'm the dragon Pokemon guy.
everybody I work with they're just classic bullies from 80s and 90s.
Well, yeah, they're jocks who were able to get a job, and they're jocks who were literally able to get a job.
I'm cool by society standards, so they can fuck off. They make fun of me all they want. I'm gonna keep playing my video games. All right.
Talking about food,
Tier list.
I saw a TikTok of someone who, for their birthday, wanted to watch all of the Lord of the Rings trilogy,
what does it have to do with food?
But they turned it into a meal situation where they made every meal that you saw on camera, and then you ate all the food as you watched the movies. They had like 20 rounds of food.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they watched all 3 movies.
Did they eat cherry tomatoes?
Yeah.
Just cherry tomatoes?
No, they had like the chicken with it. Like it was like the whole dish. Like they made the whole dish. They made like lamb. They made crazy shit. Like shit that I wouldn't even know where to buy it because it's like medieval food. And yeah, they did. Of course, they did the cherry tomatoes.
Did they have any mulled wine?
They probably did.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
You'd think that they would maybe do like mulled wine. Not mulled wine, but anyway.
Isn't that crazy though? That's so much food.
It's dedication.
I told that to my mom and she was like, that's a little extra in my
Shelby,
opinion.
The tiers.
Sorry, the tiers.
Elite, we're going back for seconds.
Yeah.
Then you've got great, okay, maybe, hard pass.
It's so hard to differentiate between maybe and hard pass.
I think maybe is like, so the way I see it is great is like, I look for, like, this is a food that I like. I'm going to eat it and I'm going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay is, I'll eat this, but
yeah,
really like great. I'm maybe thinking about seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
But it's not
okay
my top
is
tier.
like,
I need to go for
okay
seconds.
is like,
yeah.
I'll eat it. Like maybe this is like I'll eat it to like satisfy somebody else at the table.
Yeah.
Maybe is kind of like on that fine line as well.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe is like I'm not gonna do it to appease someone. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. Like
Yeah.
grandma's looking at me. She's like, eat the yams, and I'm like, maybe. And then hard pass is like,
No.
I won't even look at you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Are we
So I
each
have
doing
two
our
up.
own tier?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
we're just gonna go in the order that they have.
People are gonna hate me.
So first up is turkey.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey is a Thanksgiving staple, obviously.
Yeah.
You and I both have the opinion of
Do you know how many turkeys? Apparently, like,
pretty bad.
do you know how many turkeys
A lot.
are murdered just for this?
1 billion.
Literally so many. I'm Googling it. That's why there's silence right now. Oh, well, it said, how much should you give a person? 1 to 1.5 pounds. No, that's not what I'm asking.
How many turkeys are murdered for Thanksgiving?
That's literally what I'm...
It's not hard. How did you not Google that the first time? Did you learn nothing in school on like how to use Google?
In the U.S., an estimated 46 million turkeys.
Can we talk about this?
46 million.
You are sometimes just the fucking worst at Google searches.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Like I don't understand how that was like you'll like we'll like need the answer to something and you'll go, no, this isn't coming up. And I like see the Google search and I'm like, how was that your first search? How is that the first search?
I just start.
And then you nail it on the second one.
Well, yeah, because I just put in the big words and I go, will it come up? Because sometimes Google just knows. But then I'm like, sometimes it doesn't, and I just refine a little bit. That's all. 46 million just for Thanksgiving.
Turkey.
It's a waste. We don't need them.
Not a great like. It's not like.
It's nothing special.
Really? Like this is the Thanksgiving food? Like
I don't know. I don't get it.
We always have the thought process of like, you have this meal once a year.
Yeah.
Why are you wasting it on turkey? Kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like, cause also
Not even wasting it. Just why? Why is there like no room to
you're
budge from it?
you're
Like
wasting the meal by having as the kids say, mid food. Outside of Thanksgiving, when else do you eat turkey?
literally never.
We make lock-in loads.
Literally never. Yeah, we do make
But outside
sandwiches.
of that,
But even that's not that often then we do it.
I mean, right. Like maybe you have it. But that's the other thing. You're really
And I
telling
would
me
happily replace that.
you're really telling me that for Thanksgiving, a meal you have once a year, you're eating a lunch meat?
Also, like
Get
you
out.
also like do you love it? Like are you ecstatic about eating it? Like you know what I mean? Like
So
when I talk to people, I'm never here like, "Oh yeah, oh my god,
pretty
turkey."
pretty clear, I think, where we're both gonna put this. So turkey, where do you want it?
Okay.
And I'm gonna say great.
We both know where we're going to put it. Ergo, thoughts on turkey?
Because it's Thanksgiving. So it's like
Yeah. I don't want it.
it's a staple though.
I don't care.
And I mean I like it. It's fine. I just think it's funny that for a meal we have once a year, turkey's the choice. Like it's as ridiculous as if it was just chicken. Like that's ridiculous to me. Like you have this
I
meal
would
once a year and
so
all
much
you have.
rather have chicken.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but it's just like turkey isn't this like thing to covet, you know?
Mhm.
Whereas like that's what I think like a once a year meal should be.
I
Should
get
be a thing
that.
that you're not really gonna have often,
I guess.
and that you can't
I
have
think it
often.
should just be something you really like.
All right. Next up, and again, these are just things that they have. There might be things on here that we don't even eat, but
There's a lot of things in here I don't eat.
like I'm saying, like as a part of our meals. But
Yeah. But they're like considered staple Thanksgiving meals.
yeah. So next up is pumpkin pie.
Mhm.
Shelby.
Yeah.
First off,
Yeah.
thoughts on pie?
Hate. No, okay. I've refined my opinion. Until about 2 years ago, it used to be hated. All pies.
Why?
Don't like it. I don't know. I don't like. I don't. I did. I think it was a texture thing. I don't. Okay. When I eat fruit,
Mm-hmm.
I want to just eat the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's weird,
Mm-hmm.
but until about 2 years ago, I couldn't bring myself to eat it
Mm-hmm.
outside of its original pulled off a plant formation.
Mm-hmm.
But now I like some pies.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin, hard pass.
Hard pass on the pumpkin.
Don't want it anywhere near me.
Pumpkin is certainly one of the lower tier pies. Once again, don't really understand why for Thanksgiving we waste our time on
Also,
pumpkin pie.
we just went through how many pumpkins for October, and then we go through more, but of a different kind for pumpkin pie.
However,
why do we do it?
I love pie. I will always love pie. And, if this next dish isn't a part of the meal I'm at, I will get seconds of the pumpkin pie.
Okay. Why don't we plan that better and use our October pumpkins for pumpkin pie though?
Some people probably do. Some people are smart and preserve things and then
but you know that
there are plenty of people who just waste.
Not.
I know, but yeah, it's terrible.
Okay.
Next up is apple pie. I'm just gonna go ahead and right away put it in elite for me.
I'll put it in elite.
Ooh, Shelby's going back for seconds of the apple pie.
I've come around on apple pie.
I just love pie. I think that's the only dessert I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Does your family do sometimes like any other type of dessert or?
Our dessert is for Thanksgiving. You do peanut butter candy. Which for anyone, I think that's primarily. I think it's a German thing. So a lot of people might not know what it is. It's literally mashed potatoes that is rolled into a dough, but you put so much sugar in it that you don't even know what it is besides sugar. And then you basically like a pumpkin roll. That's another one that's popular, pumpkin roll. Like a pumpkin roll, you lay it out, you spread peanut butter all over it, and then you roll it up, and it's basically a really, really tiny ball of sugar with peanut butter inside of it. That is my favorite, but it does make my teeth hurt because it is so sugary. That's really good in my opinion. But yeah. So, what about you? Does your family do any other sweets?
Mostly pie. I think it's just the pies. My grandfather makes really good pie.
Yeah.
So, I want to say that he normally does a pumpkin and an apple for Thanksgiving, and then he might just do apple at Christmas, or maybe he does an apple and a pumpkin at Christmas too. I can't remember. But he makes really good pie, and that's normally it. Sometimes they'll have like fruit, make like a little like
a fruit tray.
like you like grab some strawberries and sometimes they'll just have like vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream that you can kind of like put the fruit on.
Gotcha.
All right. Next up, biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna jump around actually right after biscuits because
Okay.
so just to lay it out, there's biscuits.
Yeah.
They also have cornbread on here, and they
Yeah.
have dinner rolls. I would say cornbread is very clearly its own thing, but I
Yeah.
think biscuits and dinner rolls can sometimes be kind of blurry. So biscuits are like flaky and
Yeah.
like good, whereas a dinner roll is literally like a hamburger
Yeah.
bun,
Yeah.
but not cut.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure we're clear on that. So we'll just go through all three of those.
Dinner roll is the thing a restaurant brings out to you in the beginning with the
Right.
little packets of butter.
Biscuits are what Red Lobster bring out to you at the beginning, and you cream everywhere.
Yeah.
Biscuits. We'll start with them.
Elite.
Biscuits are elite.
Yeah.
They're so freaking good. I love biscuits, and if biscuits aren't a part of the dinner, there's something wrong.
Biscuits normally aren't a part of my dinner.
Normally we have crescent rolls.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of close.
Which are I would say that's a biscuit.
That's true.
All right, cornbread. We don't do cornbread at my Thanksgivings, but if we did, cornbread's elite. I love cornbread.
Cornbread's okay.
Just okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then dinner rolls. Dinner rolls for me, those are just okay. One of those things where if they are the only pastry, of these three that's at the dinner, maybe I would get a second one, but I just think they're so like whatever.
Yeah. They're really bland.
Really bland.
They're a maybe for me.
You're saying that there's a 50-50 chance you're not eating that.
Absolutely.
Wow. No, I'm definitely having it.
No.
I'm just not necessarily happy about it. All right, they got Brussels sprouts next. Where do you stand on Brussels
Hard
sprouts?
pass.
Hard pass from Shelby on Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are going to be the maybe for me. Kind of dependent on like what other vegetables and stuff are there. I do like to always make sure I have a veggie, but like if I've had a salad, I'm not touching the Brussels sprouts. If I haven't, all right, I might. Yeah. I might take some of the Brussels sprouts. They're good for you.
Let me tell you though, like a nice Thanksgiving meal, I'm not worried about the
That's true. Do you
the levels?
Do you do Brussels sprouts?
No.
I don't think we ever did Brussels sprouts.
I think sometimes a small batch is made because like one of my family members likes it and they grew up having it.
I have to be honest.
But it's not a like everyone gets them.
I think sometimes we'll just like make like a thing of broccoli.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
no,
like,
there's normally just like a thing of like green beans.
I just don't see any other vegetables really on here.
Yeah, no. Normally for us it's like green beans or something.
Okay. Squash. So no squash at your dinner
Definitely
table?
not at dinner. Not at Thanksgiving. So for me that's a maybe.
Yeah, it depends on how it's made.
Yeah,
right?
I'm trying to get into squash, but like I don't know. I guess it hasn't been integrated enough into my eating to like really have an opinion on it.
Right. All right. Next up, this is a Thanksgiving staple for sure.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of X or Y? You've got jellied cranberry, and I'm gonna just right away throw out cranberry sauce. So first, jellied cranberry.
Both are a hard pass.
Both are a hard pass. 100% agree.
We literally again make a really really small amount because only like 2 people like it in my family.
Yeah. All right. Green bean casserole.
Hard pass.
Hard
I
pass
just want
from
green
Shelby.
beans. Why are we mixing things? Just give me the
Do they do a green bean casserole?
No.
Okay.
We just make green beans.
Green bean casserole, I would say okay. Like that would be one that I would throw in and be like, all right, this is the vegetable, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
All right, now we have, again, 2 versions of the same food. We've got corn and creamed corn. So starting with corn.
Corn is great.
Creamed corn?
No, hard pass.
Hard pass.
I want the original.
Corn is great.
I love corn. Mostly
creamed
honest.
Corn
I'll be honest.
Is a maybe.
I'll be honest though. Corn to me is such a summer thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't normally have it for Thanksgiving.
Interesting.
Like it's such a summer food to me. Like I want to grill it, and like have it. Like that's how I want to eat it. So like I don't even know how often. It's probably a thing we have around Thanksgiving, but it's not the time that I'm like excited to eat it at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. I like corn.
All right. Gravy?
Gravy's great.
Gravy's great.
Yeah, I love gravy.
Wow.
Weird that they have they do have mashed potatoes.
I'm going to say gravy's okay. I use it, but like if it's not there, I'm not like, where's the gravy?
I guess it depends on how the potatoes are made.
And I just never think like it's good. It's fun. All right. Ham. Does your family do ham at
We
Thanksgiving?
do both, yeah.
We don't do ham. We just do turkey.
Yeah, we do both.
So where do you put ham?
Or maybe, I guess. Or
Maybe.
yeah, maybe. I dislike
Ham would be a hard pass for me.
I really dislike. I'm only putting in maybe because sometimes I'm so not in the mood for turkey that I'm like, I guess I'll get a slice of
No,
ham.
see, turkey is definitely better because turkey is again close enough to chicken where it's like you just throw some gravy on it. You're mixing it in with your mashed potatoes or something that we're going to talk about in a few.
I
steps.
really feel like in all honesty, turkey and ham both are maybes for me. But it's just the fact that that's the only meat on the table that I'm like, I literally get the smallest piece of it. Like I get such a small piece and I barely eat any of it.
Yeah. See,
I don't care.
I assume with Thanksgiving, turkey is a definitive, whereas ham is like the toss up. I feel like ham's 50-50. You're a family that has turkey and ham, or you're a family that just has turkey. But in every situation, turkey's there.
Yeah.
So that's why if I showed up and there was turkey and ham, I'm just having turkey.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm covered. Whereas like if there was no turkey, then I might be pressured to ham, but
Yeah.
you would never be in that situation on Thanksgiving. If you were, that would be ridiculous. Ham is more of a Christmas thing, I would think. And
That's true, I
thank
guess.
God we don't do that. Mac and cheese. Does your fam have mac and cheese at Thanksgiving?
No.
We don't either.
Not at all.
Which is ridiculous. But mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese is elite.
Mac and cheese is elite.
You will never convince me otherwise.
What are you doing? Okay. Mashed potatoes are next. Are you a family that does mashed potatoes?
No, not on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Only because, again, PA Dutch / German does a thing called a filling.
Which, when we get to stuffing, I'm going to consider it filling.
Okay, I was gonna say it is different than stuffing, but yeah, we don't make stuffing.
It's similar.
Yeah, but like, it's not the same. So, but I still think mashed potatoes are elite. I love mashed potatoes.
Shelby thinks mashed potatoes are elite. I'm gonna say mashed potatoes are great. Mostly because I know that stuffing or filling in our case is there. And
yeah.
So if both of them are there for some reason, I'm only getting extras of the filling.
That's true, I guess. I'll only get extras of the filling if they're both there, but like I would still totally go back for seconds of mashed potatoes.
I'm working this thing. Here's how I'm thinking about this. Maybe we should have like stipulated this. I'm working this as all of this is at the table.
Yeah. And this is what you're eating.
So
mine is all carbs.
So like
not shocking.
like at our table is biscuits, cornbread, and a dinner roll. Yeah. So I'm going back for extras of all of these things.
Yeah, same.
I'm not going back for extras of mashed potatoes because my filling's right there. You're telling me that you're gonna waste your stomach space?
I might. Honestly, I wouldn't throw it out. I wouldn't be shocked.
Crazy. All right, red wine. Honestly, we can just call it wine.
I'll say great.
Wine's great.
Wine's great.
I'm gonna say elite because what's Thanksgiving if you're not getting belligerently drunk?
I've never been belligerently drunk on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but this Christmas I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like bellinis or something.
Yeah, we're gonna get started nice and early.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna start the party.
Roasted vegetables.
They're okay.
Roasted vegetables are okay. Roasted vegetables are great. Now you got
what? I can't read that.
Scalgert potatoes. No, these potatoes are gross. They're so disgusting. I don't even
know what they are, so I'm gonna say hard pass.
And then you got sparkling juice.
That's good. It's okay. I guess it's okay.
I agree.
Don't really have that hard of an opinion on it.
And then last but not least, you got your sweet potato casserole.
Oh, hard pass.
Sweet potato casserole. This is one of those things where it's like my grandma's watching. Sweet potato casserole is okay.
Hard pass.
I can eat it. There it is. There was our tiers list. So
just to clarify, I guess read off your elite.
My elite are things that I would go back for extras: pumpkin pie, apple pie, biscuits, cornbread, mac and cheese, filling, and some wine.
And some wine. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm not worried about the like eating. I feel like if for a holiday where the point is just like eat really good food and like it's probably cold and you're just trying to like be cozy and chill, I'm not worried about balancing the food like on eating totally right. And so it's just like literally our elites are pure carbs, just like pure carbs comfort
and sweets,
food. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have corn and roasted vegetables and green bean casserole and sweet potato casserole And you've got, I mean,
Corn.
from maybe up, you have squash and you have corn.
Yeah.
That's it. And you have roasted vegetables. You threw Brussels sprouts. You threw the green bean casserole.
Yeah.
You threw all of them out.
Correct. Miley, our apple pie. Miley, our apple pie, biscuits. What are those?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and stuffing, aka filling. I'm literally my plate is potatoes at Thanksgiving. That's all it is for me. With a little bit of corn. Normally it's green beans.
It's
I will
corn.
say normally it's green beans or something. But yeah, I'm gonna eat so many carbs. Actually, though, I'm making what I made last year, most likely, and making clam chowder.
Making a little clam chowder
for Thanksgiving. I'm all for just like eating favorite foods. I don't need it to be anything amazing or like extravagant. Like I just like literally it could just be like mac and cheese and like I don't even know what else, but nothing. I could eat tacos for Thanksgiving. Like that to me would be incredible. I just want to eat a food I love. And that honestly doesn't normally happen besides potatoes at Thanksgiving. I guess Christmas falls under that too, because normally the meals are very similar.
I just don't get it.
What?
I just don't get why we do it. Why we waste the meals.
Yeah, and then
Christmas is really good for my family because my grandmother does prime rib.
Yeah.
And like again, like that's a perfect like I don't eat prime rib ever.
Right.
And like I never think about wanting prime rib.
Yeah.
And then Christmas comes around. And it's the one time a year that I get to have it.
Yeah.
And it
no, that makes sense.
It's so good. And she makes it so well. It literally just like it melts.
Yeah, last year my mom wanted to change it up and she did variations of pasta dishes for Christmas. Yeah. And I'm so pissed that I missed out because that to me is like a dream. Like that is a dream of a holiday meal. It's just different pastas.
I think one year we did surf and turf.
Yeah,
like,
we've done
we did
that
filet,
before.
We did like lobster or something.
That we'll do for like
kings.
We'll do that for like New Year's sometimes. Like change
do that for
up.
New Year's every year.
Not anymore. But
we just did it last year.
That's true, I guess. It's only because we ordered out. We didn't make it.
What?
We got it from a seafood place. Didn't we?
I don't think so.
No, I don't know. Regardless, I'm all for changing it up.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know. So I'm excited to make clam chowder. Probably gonna make some crusty bread. Like crusted, like my loaf of bread that I make. Probably gonna make that.
You're gonna make that?
What?
I'd rather make like biscuits.
Okay. What, you just want to go get crescent rolls?
Potentially.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna eat all of them.
Yeah. I always like to have jelly bread.
Jelly bread.
I'm a big fan of jelly bread.
We can
That's
make
another
both,
thing
obviously.
that I love. And I love having like variations of jelly. And I have multiple pieces. Add more carbs and sugar to the plate. Yeah. Yeah, I like to get like nice like loaves of bread and cut them up and have jelly bread. Like I guess I'm not even really like I don't even need biscuits or I don't know what the other things were. I don't even need those. I just want like a loaf of bread that I cut and put jelly bread on.
You put jelly bread on?
Yeah, I put jelly bread on
your bread.
Yeah. Like to keep it simple, you know? Literally, if I was like fully in charge of making a Thanksgiving meal, like I think a lot of people would be very disappointed.
I wouldn't. We'd be eating filling and mac and cheese. It'd be amazing.
But I'm saying I think other people, if we hosted, I think
I wouldn't.
Other people would be disappointed.
I'm the only person who matters.
That's true. Yeah, I would just have soup, lots of carbs. You could do some good like roasted vegetables, like squash and like whatnot. That would be good. I would do that. Just want it to be comfort food, you know.
All right.
What?
All right. Okay.
Anyway, those are our hard takes on Thanksgiving food.
Hot takes on Thanksgiving foods.
Yeah.
Let us know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is.
Yeah. What's the staple? What's the thing you get so excited for every year?
Yeah.
I hope it's corn.
It's corn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
I thought that was pretty perfect.
Yeah, that was pretty perfect.
Great timing. Great timing. Great bowl of soup. We got some turkey in this soup. Ooh,
Mmm.
what's that? Oh, an elbow? Must be some mac and cheese in this soup. Mmm, a little cheesy. Oh, and what can I dip in this soup, you ask? Maybe some biscuits?
Biscuits?
And what's this floating to the top? Oh, it's like a flaky crust, and it seems like there's some apple on it. Oh, there's
What?
apple pie in this soup?
Oh god.
Delish. Thank you all so much for listening to episode 3, 4
4?
of the rebranded
SM soup.
SM Soup. S stands for Spencer, M stands for Miller, Soup stands for soup. And so this is the Spencer Miller Soup podcast.
Yep,
There's
welcome.
no other reason for S and M to be a part of it.
Nope.
And I'm sure we'll have a crazy, wacky episode next week. All kinds
well,
of
it'll
fun
be right
things to
after
talk about.
Thanksgiving. We might
Yeah.
have to pre-record that.
I don't think so.
We'll see. Regardless, hope everyone enjoys the holidays. Obviously, be safe, be careful. It is the most traveled holiday in the U.S., which makes travel a bitch at this time of year. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoys it.
Eat lots of food.
Eat lots of food. Hopefully, everyone gets some time off from work.
Have a good nap.
Yeah, have a very good nap.
We'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.